What's up, YouTube? This is Elder Stacy Zanders coming to you today with another video. But before we get into the video, I would like to say subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the like button for the video, and hit that notification bell so you can be updated on every time we release new content. Today in this video, we're going to be looking at in Black family living arrangements. And I want to hold any information from you. You can go to blackdemographics.com and you can see these statistics and these numbers for yourself. And as I always say, I put in a plug for the census every 10 years. When the census come out, we are able to gather this information because people participate in the census. I want to say to every white, every black, every brown, every individual, please participate in the census, because this is information that is vitally important for us as a community and as a people. But we're going to look at the chart here. We're going to take a look at some of the living arrangements of our children that our children live in today. Black family children statistics. I want to take a look at here in the green: living with two parents, living with mother only, living with father only, living with neither parent. So for black children and living in a two-parent household, we have 42% of our black children that live in a two-parent household, and we have 46% of our children that only live in a household with just the mother, and we have 5% of our children that live only with their fathers, and we have 7% of our black children don't live with either the mother or the father. Now compare those numbers to all children in the country. Is 70% of children live in the two-parent household, 42%. That is a huge difference from all children to our children, and we're going to talk a little bit more about where this breakup could be in the black community, where only 42% of children live in a two-parent household. Now, for some people that don't know, I have actually heard women say that children only need their mother. That is not true. It is not right. It is a fallacy, and it needs to be debunked, and we're going to debunk that today. In order for a child to be a whole person, it is necessary for them to have two parents. It's just like telling me, which one of your legs do you want? Do you want your left leg or do you want your right leg? In order for me to be a whole person, I need both of my legs to be a whole individual. Now, it would be nice if our children could have two well-rounded, whole individuals for parents. And sometimes that is not necessarily so. I am not speaking about extenuating circumstances where some people are not fit to be a parent. I am talking in all general cases. In general cases, in general, it is more important for a child to be raised by mother and father than to be raised by only one parent. But we can see here that this is a problem in our black households. So 70% of all other children in the United States are in a two-parent household. 21% live with mother only. 4% live with the father, and only 4% is not living with either mother or father. That is definitely something that we need to work on, and we need to turn around. But we're going to take a look here at another chart here. Going to kind of look at some numbers on this particular chart, go into a little bit more information to kind of see where we are. Listen. And until we are made aware of these things, you cannot change a problem when you don't know that a problem exists. The only way you can make changes to these issues is awareness. We have to bring awareness to the issue in order for us to make the proper changes to these issues. So that's what we're doing here today. We're bringing awareness. We're giving you information. We're educating you, entertainment, educational purposes. For you to look into some of these things is very, very, very important for us to be educated. All right. Ignorance is not bliss. So the more we know, the better we can do. But let's take a look at this other chart here. Black children living arrangements. Look at some more details. Living with both parents. 38% married to, the parents are married to each other. We have 38%. the black children in the details that where the parents live with one another. We have 4% here not married to one another. They're living in the same household, but they're not married to one another. And then we have married spouse is absent. We have 2% in that category. Living with mother only. Let's take a look at this. Where 5% of the children where they are married but they are separated. We have 7% that are living with the mother where they are divorced. 1% are widowed. Okay, move the chart down here just a little bit. We have 31% of our children that have a mother and a father that has never been married. As we go down here and kind of look at these numbers and kind of shrink here in size. A married spouse absent, we have that 1% separated, 1% divorced, 1% widow, 1% never married, 3%, and living with father only is 1%, and living with neither parent is at 7%. And the lower chart gives more details about the living arrangements of black children. 38% of black children live with parents who are currently married, and 4% live with parents who live together but are not married. 13% of black children live with their mother who is divorced or separated, and only 31% live with a mother who has never been married. These facts add context to out of wedlock births discussion, which usually steers the focus of casual and additional obstacles black children face on a on a plague of absent black fathers. According to the CDC, 58% of black fathers live with one or more of their children, and an even a larger majority of 72.7% of black fathers talk with their children about things that happen during the day, several times a week or more, whether they live with their father or not. This is only one example that illustrates how fathers are involved in their children, as opposed to fatherhood being defined by living arrangements. This is also an example of how the 70% out of wedlock statistics can be very misleading, especially when used to emphasize black fatherlessness or policy and issues regarding the black family. These facts do not negate the real issues and challenges of black families and relationship issues within the black community. They just add context to a more productive study or discussion, because you do have a lot of fathers that may not be living with the mother, but they are utterly active in their children's life. I'm one of those individuals where my children live with their mother, but I am an active participant in the lives of my children. I still go to all their extracurricular activities. I buy all of their extracurricular instruments. I have $2 to play violin. A son who acts and model and play little league sports. I'm actively involved in that. And not only that, I have 2 grandchildren. I'm actively involved. I talk to them on the phone all the time. They're over my home all the time, on every other weekend, holidays, things of that nature, where we have good communication between me and the mothers. So these numbers don't necessarily state the numbers are the numbers, but there are a lot of fathers who are actively involved in their children's lives. In all intents and purposes, it would be best if both parents are together and could work it out, but that such as life is. But what we want to bring awareness to is that there is an increasing number of single parent households and a lot of children being born out of wedlock. I would that we would be more responsible, that all of my children, every child that I've had, they were all born in a marriage. Fortunate enough, I did not have a child that was born out of wedlock, but I understand some of the issues that may rise from that. A child being born out of wedlock still need their father actively engaged in their lives. So men, please listen. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, yellow, whoever you are. If you have a child, it is vitally necessary for you to be an active participant in that child's life. It is good for their health and their development. Be there, be active, be involved. This is your creation. This is your posterity. This is your lineage. This is someone, an individual that you made, and you have a unique role in building and equipping them to become whoever they may become in life. And you could be a vital part of that. Parenthood is such a marvelous institution, and it is a huge responsibility. I know I've told my children as they grew up that becoming a parent is for the mature, not the immature. And we have to educate our children that it's not pretty to have a baby. It's not glamorous or glory to have a baby. It is a responsibility. You are taking a blank life, a life with no script written on it, and it's your responsibility as a parent to write the program that they're going to live by for the balance of their days. It is a tremendous responsibility, and one that should not be entered into lightly, because this is someone's life that you're going to be dealing with. But those are just the numbers. Look at the facts. Go to blackdemographics.com and take a look at some of these numbers for yourself. And we have to continue to encourage our community of people that it is necessary for us to, number one, to be with someone that we are compatible with. That's going to ensure you a long and healthy and sustained relationship. As a Christian, people tell me that they need to be this, they need to be that. I said, listen, what people need to be is people need to be compatible. And I understand, how can two walk together except they be agreed and not be unequally yoked? Listen, God made a man for a woman, made a woman for a man. If you find a spouse that will love, respect, cherish, commit themselves, honor you for the balance of your days, you have found something special. The objective is trying to keep those families together in unity and harmony, because you don't have to be a Christian. There are people who are not Christians that get married. And there are people who are Christians that may marry somebody that's not married. I am not discounting the unity or the program that God instituted for marriage. He said marriage is honorable in all, and the bed is undefiled. So that's what we're looking at. God made man for woman, woman for man, and the institution of marriage is designed to procreate and raise those children up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. So until the next video, I hope you found this information helpful to you, that you can add something and maybe apply some of this information to your life. But until the next time, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit that notification bell. Until the next time, as always, God bless.